First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A first down throw for Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a second down throw for Winston. And that's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On third down, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Throwing now is Breeze. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Well, these Buccaneers coming off a 4-game drop-off from a year ago, 9-7 in Dirk Cutter's first season to 5-11 last year. It's now 10 straight seasons without a playoff appearance, and in fact, they have not won a playoff game, Charles, since winning Super Bowl 37.
And in order for them to get back to the playoffs, they've got to go through their division, which is awfully tough and high-powered on offense. Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina. So the Buccaneers made the investment. Jason Pierre-Paul from the Giants on the defensive side of the ball. Also picked up Bo Allen and Vinny Curry from the Philadelphia Eagles. So the defensive front taken care of. They also picked up Vita Vea, a massive defensive tackle from Washington in the first round of the draft. Then they picked up a couple of corners. They know that on the defensive side of the ball, that's where they have to make their biggest game to chase down their division rivals.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. First down, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015 finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Ready? Watch 25.
This is the rookie from USC, Ronald Jones, his first NFL carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Jameis on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's go now. Let's go. It's time to play.
They go play action. Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They go back to the ground with Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
Winston from the gun on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
21.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
You're good. Right forward, ready.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Get set. Hey. 4 down.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas.
Missed.
This will not go down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Breeze. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, able to avoid him. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here we go.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of
strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. Chris Conti right there to break that one up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And Bell is right into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
And second down, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Let's convert.
Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. We focus our attention here on the Saints offense as they come out. And last year, they were coming into 2017 with 3 straight 7-9 seasons. Well, they got it turned around. Won the NFC South at 11-5. Won a wild card game, and then we all know the story. Heartbreak in Minneapolis.
But it's one that won't break this team, I don't believe. I think it's actually something that they can use as fodder for the season, as something to build upon. And when you think of New Orleans, you naturally think of offense. You think of Drew Brees. You think of Alvin Kamara last year as a rookie, making the big plays. Mark Ingram running the football, throwing it to Mike Thomas out wide. But the key to this team continuing to get better remains on defense. And I think it was shown in the draft.
when they made the big move and drafted Marcus Davenport out of UTSA to rush the passer. They know they've got to win their division, which means slowing down some high-powered offenses in Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Atlanta.
The Saints on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Got it! Hey, two. 11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game, right? In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. That one goes for 24 yards. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running, the Bucs try to go quickly and get set. To throw, Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Fielded about a yard deep. Spins away. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Get set.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And Lutz puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago, then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gerald McCoy. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Breeze going to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
12. Got it. 14. 11.
Breeze now to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Winston again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part. Because now you've given hope to the offense. Maybe help create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
Jameis now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll throw again. Winston. It's caught. Humphries. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The give is to Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Get set, get set. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 11.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. From midfield, here's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, two.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Gibbs. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Ingram. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Good set.
Now Breeze. And that is incomplete here. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
4 down.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. It's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz puts this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back.
unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
21.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Breeze hands to Ingram. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Get set. Good. Line 4, ready.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Breeze. And this is Central Florida's Traquan Smith, his first NFL catch. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Winston, and he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Again, it's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. To the air again with Winston. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Jameis again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Jameis to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Alex Okafor in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Get set, get set. You're good, you're good. 5-4, right. Kill.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.